Hi, I'm here with Steve Berra.
That's right.
So why did you decide to collaborate with Eric Costin on the Berrics?
Well, Eric and I had the building ourselves. Actually, before that, years ago, I used to have a skate park in the valley, and I was looking at how much I was paying for that skate park, and I said, well, we could buy a building and pay the same amount of money and actually have a bigger place. So Eric has been one of my closest friends since I moved to California. So I called him and I said, and he was one of the only people that I knew had enough money to help buy it. Said, hey, do you want to buy this building and have like our private skate park? So we bought it, and we had a private skate park, which it still is, but we didn't think of a website or anything like that till about 4 years after we had it. And then we hatched the idea of doing the Berrics simply because we saw all the greatest skateboarders in the world skating there every day, and I never forgot like what it was like for me to be in Nebraska and want to know what was going on in California. So I thought, well, hey, why don't we just videotape some of these guys and show maybe a clip a day? And then that turned into other sections and more ideas, and then the Berrics kind of evolved into what it is now. And so I decided to team with Eric because he's one of my closest friends, and he had money to buy the building.
Steve, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling much better. I was sick there for a little while. I had a severe allergic reaction to something that we don't quite know what yet, but I was pretty sick for about a month, but I'm doing much better. I haven't started skating yet, but I'm getting there.
What advice would you give to young kids that want to be in your shoes?
Oh, wow. First, I was never a big party guy growing up, so that was something I definitely steered clear of because I was focused. I think to stay focused on something, you have to not get involved with, I don't want to sound preachy or anything, but I never did drugs, I never drank alcohol, so that was definitely a big part of it. But more than anything, it's the persistence that it takes to just be successful at something. I always have this analogy that I tell people where it's like, look, if you can't get picked for the team if you don't show up for gym class. So half the people, I'd say way more than half the people that are really successful is simply because they stuck with it and they just showed up. Showing up is half the battle, over and over and over again, not quitting. So that's kind of, my two biggest things of what I would say would be the recipe for success is persistence and keeping a level head on your shoulders so you don't get involved in things that are going to steer you clear of your goal. What's going on in the future? Is that what you're going to ask? I had a feeling that's what you're just going to ask me. Like, what's going on in the future? The Berrics is expanding, and there's going to be a lot more cool stuff on the Berrics, as well as stuff you can buy from the Berrics. We're just going to promote skateboarding as fun as it really is and make sure it stays fun with the Berrics. You may see Berrics all over the world. We'll see.
Okay,
That's
cool.
what's going on.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.